You're watching Famous Dave on YouTube.
Good morning and welcome back. So we just had numbers out and the market does not seem to like them. Stay with me as I am just pulling up my studio here. Welcome back to the show. Numbers came out and the futures just tanked on us here. As we are about to start the session, we're a half an hour before the session opens today on a Wednesday morning, and the markets do not like the inflation numbers which just came out. We knew CPI was coming out this morning, and here we are. Just pulling up my screen here so I can see everything. Welcome back if you are have been here before. If not, if you're new, welcome to the show. We are talking volatility, we're talking options trades, and we're talking the market. Let's go to the futures here. And we can see NASDAQ off the lows here of a few minutes ago. The numbers just came out about a half an hour ago. And if we look at the numbers here, if we look at the charts here, the inflation number was 9.1 here. We can see a little knee jerk here. We rallied for a sec, then sold off, and we're a little off the lows now, trying to kind of come back with NASDAQ down 223. And E-minis down 55 points. And importantly for us, our square position stock is off about $2 right now, but looks like it could kind of come back. I was just listening to Jim Cramer on CNBC talking about how these numbers coming out seem to be like kind of the top as far as inflation goes. I don't know if that's the case or not. But the market has shown signs of kind of at least stopping going down. If we take a kind of back up a little bit here to a view, let's look at a 6-month chart here, and we can see we are off the lows. Have we started a new uptrend here or not? It depends on which chart you look at. From this chart here, it looks like we're in a downtrend. If we back it up to a year chart, you can see here looks like a downtrend. However, if we look at like, let's say a 90-day chart, can we do 90? Can we do, I'm sorry, we already did 90 days. Can we do, let's look at 20 days here. How about that? So if we look at 20 days, we're sort of sideways. And the question is kind of, have we, is the bottom in here? Are we moving sideways? Or do we have more to still go down? Let's cruise through some different issues here. Here is Tesla. Did a pretty big down move over the last couple sessions, down 100 points from 778 back down to 678. Let's look at Apple. And Apple looking not too bad here, right? 143 off the low of 129 in June there. Volatility, the VIX, of course, up a little today, but in general, 28. We haven't been able to break 30 since, well, it was a week ago, basically. But off the highs, everything kind of off the highs as far as volatility and everything. And here the NASDAQ kind of coming back here. It looks like we could break the down 200 number here. Let's zoom in on that for a second. Is this a buying opportunity for stocks, or is this just another time to sell as we're going to move lower? It appears like the NASDAQ sort of coming back at the moment. VIX doing the opposite, of course. Let's take a look at VIX Central here for a second. Can you hear me? What's up? You're welcome. All right, so let's take a look at VIX Central here for a sec. And even with the little spike we have going on, the term structure looks good, right? It's in a normal shape. I want to make my own VIX Central because it's kind of annoying, all these advertisements that this guy has, and it's not a complicated process to just plot this stuff. I mean, he's getting probably a free data feed and just plotting these points, and he doesn't really need to put all these advertisements on. But anyway, contango is showing at 2% right now. So this was a selling opportunity for UVXY and whatnot. You see this 1452 here. We'll see where we are on the open about 25 minutes from now. But as the market's kind of come back here a little bit, now Nasdaq only down 192, E-mini's down 46. The VIX is coming off the high of the day here, and UVXY as well. Here's UVXY. And here's the VIX, obviously kind of similar price action going on here. So looks like people are kind of buying the dip here a little bit in the markets. Here's ARK-K. It was publicized yesterday, Kathy Wood's fund, that she was buying more coin and more Square as she continues to do that. Obviously, these funds have just gotten hammered, but most of it happened a few months ago. People, I know you look at these charts and you look at like Netflix and you say, oh, well, if I buy it here and it goes back to 700, I'll make $1 zillion. It's not necessarily going back to 700, right? It can be a little deceptive here. It certainly could, and it may over time, but Netflix is one where the fundamentals, and when I say fundamentals, I mean their business model in their spot in the industry and the increased competition, the decentralization of video content, which has been going on for years now, are all headwinds, are all things that make it harder for Netflix to be successful. They're competing with all these other different. Paramount Plus just released that 1883, and the Yellowstone has been the most popular show on television, working on season 6 right now. Netflix certainly will continue to be a player, but they've had problems with people sharing passwords, people downloading stuff illegally, all this kind of, in addition to the fact that they're competing with other people for subscriptions. So the question is, I don't think the question is, will this come back? This will definitely come back, but will it get back to 700? Very hard to say one way or another. Tesla was such a darling of the market for so long, just going straight up. Now it's very unclear where we head from here. It's already trading at a pretty high multiple, right? But it's been a tough short, and you're braver than me if you're willing to short Tesla. I'm staying away from that. This is a monster of a stock. Coinbase, I don't like it. I don't like the idea that if you leave your money with them, if they go bankrupt, they just take your money. Crypto has all kind of problems at the moment. Could this be a buying opportunity for Bitcoin and the cryptos? Of course it could be. Is it? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. As far as my current position, I just have a position in Square. It is a calendar spread where I bought the majority of the position is I bought SEP 65 calls and I sold the front week calls against them, July 65 calls. So best thing that could happen to this position is the stock goes back to 67 and sits there through Friday expiration. We are off the lows here, which is nice. You can see my delta here in the bottom of the screen is 112, so that means the position makes $112 if it goes up a buck and loses 112 if it goes down. We are down 1.5 points, so that's $150 loser. The theta here, though, collecting $250 a day. So if we were to open and close at this spot here, the theta decay of my position would offset the gain from collecting decay, would offset the loss from being on the wrong side of this move here. I would rather have the stock go up than down here with the current position on. And we can look under risk profile here and show a chart actually of the position. And here you can see that this purple line is how we make is today what happens at different prices. And you can see it's showing that there's no way we can make money today. But the reason that is it's set on the wrong day here. I'm going to move this to the 13th. So we see here we are positive P&L anywhere from 63, it looks like 25, up through 73 or something like that. So we want, if this moves above 63, now we're showing 63. If this moves above 63, then we're profitable. As far as through Friday, as I said, the best spot you can see from this chart is if we sat at 67. If don't touch the position and we expire exactly at 67, it shows us making a positive P&L of $2,000, right? So that would be nice if we would just sit right up there. I don't know if that'll happen or not, but we'll find out. And that's kind of where we are right now. NASDAQ trying to rally back. I don't know if it'll happen or not. We'll kind of have to wait for the open. It's hard to make a call for an entire day before we even open, but it does appear that we have come off the lows, which I believe is a good thing if you're long. If you're short, it's not a good thing, obviously, but it seems to be kind of battling back in the markets here as we have about 20 minutes till the open. Appreciate everybody watching, and we'll check back with you tomorrow morning. Have a great day trading, folks.